Going off the grid, this week on The Hapless Heroes.
Did the word stabilized phlogiston mean anything to you?
No.
Hello and welcome back to the Hapless Heroes podcast. My name is Dave and I'll be your host and dungeon master for this evening. We'll start, of course. To my right, we have Francesco as Percival Flauthest.
Oh, such a quick intro this time.
To his right, we have John as Jam Jam.
Jam Jam wants to buy some things.
To his right, we have Lou as Lev Zangief.
Hello.
To his right, we have Mike as Brunner Brew Blitzboar.
I don't need anything. Let's just get going.
To his right, we have Nicole as Glorp Glup Glup.
Shopping for me? I probably need more notebooks.
And to her right, we have Seb as Choom Deloom.
Death metal, black metal, black. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
So, as we left off last time, our intrepid heroes had themselves a little bit of a scare. Some of what they thought was good internet security practices might not have been entirely sufficient, and they've been tracked down by the Seeker, who's gotten one up on them and got to March's storage locker before they did.
We did, thankfully, manage to take down this crude version of what a Seeker robot in this case, because it did not have seem similar to the ones that the rest of these guys encountered before, right? It was much more hobbled together, right? Choom welded that to the ground.
Yeah.
We took some sort of access card that March had in his locker that it had taken out before us. I know that Percival sent essentially a notification before he destroyed his phone and tablet to the flotilla to inform them that there was an object of interest in the storage locker area of the Mother of Exiles spaceport. And we left. We got the fuck out of there and took a taxi back to the raft. And at this point, I guess if I'm not sure if we're on the taxi, if we made it back, I forgot where we left off last time. Sorry, folks. If for those of you listening, to break continuity for just a moment, it's been a few weeks since we played, so that's your one warning. That's all you're going to get. But if you've been listening to us long enough, you know it's not going to fucking matter anyways. But Percival is going to turn to the group, I guess, as we're trying to head back. Probably we're heading back to Choom's truck, right, that we had parked at the spaceport. And I'm going to just say to the group, we need to destroy anything that has any sort of GPS tracking your internet connection that we might have, or just leave it at home and don't take it with us. We need to get ourselves stuff that is not connected to Galnet in any way, or even the flotilla network, the FWAN in any way.
FWAN.
Listen, I established that as canon before, and I'm not letting go of it. It's the Flotilla Wide Area Network. It exists. It's the FWAN.
All right. I mean, you got to be careful. You're getting all frazzled.
I am getting frazzled because that thing beat us to the punch. And I can't, wherever we have to go next, whatever information March has left for us to get to, I don't even want to talk about this anymore until we could be sure that nothing is listening to us again. Percival looks like his eyes are wide, paranoia is skyrocketing.
I have no problem.
Because this was his first encounter with the Seeker creation.
Oh,
he was too scared to fire his gun. You guys took action before he even had a chance to respond.
It all makes sense now. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lev. What were you saying?
I have no problem going analog. I grew up on tape. The 7 track. It is all familiar to me. You will be having a problem adapting.
Who else has any electronical internet things? I'm sorry, GaleNet things.
We need to get like burner phones. We need
I
to
do
leave our
not.
cell
I
phones
do
at
not
home.
have a phone. I gave up my
I was
phone.
gonna say, Brew. Yeah, at our emergency
not need
contact
no
list that's on the
medias.
fridge, Brew has nothing listed there.
Social media's not my thing.
Okay.
He has no phone, no tablet, no computer, no internet connection, no technology. Really, he is
Give me a
reachable
good
by
old-
in person only.
Good old fashioned paper map, and I'm good to go.
There's like a little whiteboard stuck on the fridge under the emergency contact sheet that says notes for Brew at the top.
He's living the Bovo lifestyle.
There it is.
I do.
Beautiful.
Brew literally writes his grocery list on the refrigerator.
Love that so much. Okay,
What is
so then
What is a
are we saying that
Bovo?
maybe we've made it back
You know.
to the Casa Bovo?
You know, Bovohemian.
But like
Bovohemian. That's what I was
I
gonna go
understood
with.
the bovine. I didn't know what
okay.
the combination
Yeah.
was.
I'm a Bovo
too.
YOLO. I'm a YOLO Bovo.
Oh
Dave,
my
just to help
God,
us
say
set the
that
scene.
all the time.
Are we assuming that we've like made it back to the Casa Concordia?
Yes, I think yeah, we can
Okay.
we can kind of fast forward a little bit. I mean, if we
Just
want to
get us to
Yeah.
like a set. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
if there's any active worrying anybody wants to do on the
I
way there,
want-
get it out now. But otherwise, let's be home.
I'm essentially just using the car ride. Like I'm like remember I'm hanging off the back of it, so I'm like shouting to them. Right on the ride home, and then probably repeating myself once we get back home, and pleading to the group that we leave any of our internet-connected devices at home, and we go out and we get ourselves some burner like communication devices and make sure that they are not connected to the internet at all.
Turning up the music. Yeah, all right, man. Yeah, sure, yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, I will have repeated myself when
many
we
times,
stop
yes,
the
we
car.
have.
Yes, like so that it's no matter what level of attention anyone is giving me, you will have heard it enough times that you will have heard my pleas.
And I think we all know that enough about Percy that Chum is literally just like,
he is persistent.
I'm going to hear it when we get home. I'm going to hear it probably for the next 2 to 3 days. Just right now, for the love of Lord Rel, just give me this drive home.
he's just like blasting this death metal, black metal. Just blasting until we pull up in front.
Blast beats. Yeah, exactly.
Blast
yeah.
beats. Slowly turns the car off.
Who else has any electronics? Because I don't think he's wrong. I just not looking forward to not being able to go on the GaleNet anymore.
Jam Jam pulls out the supposedly untraceable
Sending
communication
stone?
device that Tink.
So
I'd give it
those probably would not have internet connection if we think
And-
about black markets type stuff. But I mean, I don't know. I haven't actually inspected mine further either, and I didn't clarify that when I was DM. So that's up
Right.
to Dave now.
Jam Jam says to the group, Jam Jam thinks maybe it is time to visit my friend Tink. And recommends we just go black market shopping.
Hold on. First of all,
Great idea. You always have the best ideas.
I have a DM question.
All right.
If you were able to make a communication device, would that also technically be off of the GaleNet?
Would it be off of GaleNet? Yes.
If
Would you
didn't,
make it hardened enough to be encrypted and untraceable?
God, I miss that rabbit.
So yeah, we would need to also be able to encrypt them, is what you're saying.
Yes. Well, I mean, to just allow them to not be, I guess, remotely or accessible by anyone other than the people who they are intended to be used for. There's a lot that goes into manufacturing components like this, because it is a combination of technology and magic, right? It's not an exact facsimile to like us IRL and how our stuff works, right? Like magic is woven into this technology, right? Including even just the electricity, you know what I mean? That's
Right.
We're talking about like ways that they've been able to funnel channeled spells into like, batteries and other tech to like make all this stuff work. So like we're talking about probably levels of artifice that are probably beyond our current skill set.
I mean,
Sorry, I'm in character. I mean,
Maybe.
technically, no. Technically.
I mean, I'm not.
I'm not sure what you would
I'm
think
a-
about that, but sending stones is
No.
a craftable item at level 1.
That's
at Artificer.
true.
And I did pick
I guess,
that as
would
one of
I
my
guess
infusions.
would the sci-fi functional equivalent of a sending stone?
Walkie-talkie for Chum.
Yeah, but like, would it? I guess suffice as sort of an off-the-grid communication.
That's what I'm
device?
trying to figure out.
Would it be off of conventional grids? Yes.
But would
Yes.
it be able to be seen? But I'm trying to decide if Chum would even really, if anyone in
pursue
this
that as an
freaking would
Okay.
really know that.
I mean, like closed network communication devices.
Yes,
essentially.
this is the difference between could you go to a Radio Shack, such as if old Radio Shacks existed, and get the parts to build a CB radio? Sure.
Yeah.
If a Radio Shack existed in its proper form, would you be able to go there to build a secure radio?
I mean, yes and no, because here's the thing: with artificers, right, and with the ability for us to infuse items with power,
You're right.
Like, does the infusion essentially create the conditions necessary to have things work as intended? Because, like, okay, we think about a sending stone; it's literally just it's one stone communicates with the other, and that is the only communication that is possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
actually,
just between the two stones.
yeah,
Magic hacking.
yeah. If that's how it would, if that's how
I think it
would
takes you
work,
like a full
know.
day to
Make
do
them,
the
yes.
infusion.
Yeah.
But
I'm trying to
you
think,
know,
like, could a sufficiently high-level spellcaster in a fantasy setting be able to scry into sending stones?
yes, because scrying magic divination magic does exist.
Yeah.
Now, I will say that the traditional like practice of magic looks a lot different these days. There's not a lot of like your cloak and staff spell slingers anymore. That's a relic of the past. Magic has been harnessed into much different means now. Sometimes a laser gun is just as effective as a cantrip.
It wasn't very nice.
Yeah,
So,
but
you know.
I mean, it's Clark's third law. Sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. We can correlize
it's one of
that
those. It's
backwards,
one of
too.
those things where we're putting a question mark on it. But I would, as the player, say I think it's worth the effort. Chew.
Oh yeah, I just also think that none of these dudes here would be able to actually tell me.
Maybe if we buy the materials from
Yes.
Jam Jam's associate, and we just don't mark. I'm gonna have to just not draft any paperwork for any of these acquisitions, so I can't have the guild help us pay for any of this stuff if we're gonna be going off the, the normal acquisition of things. Also, it would take too long for me to requisition anything through the guild. Anyhow,
So how much money you got?
the money that you shared with me,
Oh yeah, I still got that.
I spent every other penny I had on all the other stuff. And I gestured to myself, still fully equipped in my like armor of assisted strength and and like my shotgun and revolver and combat knife and
So imposing.
clothes and
I look at Jam Jam. I guess that we're gonna have to see a friend, but now that I have spent that 3 weeks on the way back studying those communication devices and I know what it takes to make them, I can tell you 100% he ripped us off so hard it's not even funny.
they're just like glorified sending stones,
So,
essentially.
I have a little bit
That's
of
what
a
he was
bone
able to
pick.
do. That's what he was able to produce in like, I guess the like 24-hour time turnaround you gave him.
Right.
It's entirely possible that those are just pretty much glorified sending stones, and
right.
the stones look like old school cell phones.
Right. Like, is how much of this guy is your friend? Like, do you actually consider him a friend?
He's a contact.
Jam Jam kind
Employer.
of shrugs.
Yeah.
Right. So how do you feel about robbing shrug friends?
Oh, do I smell a side quest happening?
Shrug friends.
Jam Jam will say, robbing the wrong people could get you in a lot of trouble.
That's true. And he's gonna look at Percy's imposing, Lev's imposing, and I think he did.
I don't remember
Wait. Are you suggesting that I'm the muscle for whatever extortion you're about to do?
Percy.
I guess I will say right now.
We were trying to have
that
a
I am
cool
not
moment.
comfortable
And
extorting
you're
a
ruining
criminal.
it. The cool moment. You have all that armor. Just take the compliment.
Did we pay him? I can't remember now.
We paid him
No,
500
you haven't-
fucking gold.
No. You owe him.
Oh, we
because
owe
you
him
didn't
500.
pay him.
So
You
then,
owe him for that because there was no payment exchanged. He
Yes.
said, if you find something interesting while you're out there, you
Right.
bring it back to me and we'll call ourselves square. So right now you are not square. Jam Jam is in debt to his employer.
okay,
Right.
upon realizing these facts, because I definitely knew them, it wasn't a voice in the sky that told me. I am realizing maybe instead we just stop on the way and find out what these things go for. And then when we get there, we'll have a more informed decision to make on how much we actually pay him.
Jam
Yes, the things that we have no idea what they are.
Jam Jam was
Yes.
just going to give him, and Jam Jam kind of pulls out the crate of
Drags it out of your room.
of blue whatever
Blue vials.
liquid, the blue vials. It's a few of these, and then he also has the terrarium in there.
Not
Which
knowing
could-
that if those are more valuable,
with the glow,
No,
with the
no.
glowing mushrooms.
Yeah,
we
but
have no idea how valuable that shit is.
he doesn't want to give him the glowing mushrooms.
Of course.
He was planning
Mm,
on bringing
mushrooms are
it was
nice.
8 vials, right? 8 vials of blue liquid.
I don't think I remember actually giving an exact number of how many were in there. I just said there was like a few rows of them. Like there was several, all like aligned in there.
He
I
was
don't
just-
think I ever put a number to it, and I'll let Dave be the one to determine the number now. I've handed this mysterious item off to the new DM.
Yeah. So now, what exactly is it that we're trying to know?
How many?
How many of the
them-
vials we have from the?
How
from
many of the vials are in that crate, right? Of the those mysterious blue liquid that was found stashed away under the security desk of the research collective facility. Alongside the other crate that had the terrarium in it. I think Jam Jam is the plan here. It seems is that Jam Jam wants to try to leverage just this crate as maybe a payment for this, services rendered before, but we
He
are
doesn't know
also
what
maybe
it
going
is.
to
Yeah.
potentially try to appraise that somewhere else beforehand to, according to Shum, to get a fair deal. I think that's pretty much the summary of what I just heard.
If we can convince him to take a bunch of liquid we don't know what it is, I'm cool for that too.
You're right. See, and that liquid could be anything.
Yeah.
It could be Kool-Aid. It could be unobtainium. You never know.
You never know.
I only know what
So-
it's not.
What I will say, I understand that we can't always follow the letter of the law, and I'm not suggesting that we always do things in a lawful way, because laws sometimes aren't the greatest in the way that they are designed. And we live in a strange place with very few laws, if I might add, actually, when it comes to how I've seen things happen on the raft. But we need to be careful, because if I know anything about the people that Jam Jam is said he associates with, I feel like they're kind of dangerous.
Tink?
If they're anything like some of the gangs we've seen here, I don't really want to be getting on anyone's bad side while we are, residents of this place and where people seem to just know where we live.
Okay.
So,
You know what, Percy? You've convinced me.
I just want to make sure that we're not going to be, I don't know,
Yeah.
burning any bridges.
You're right. You're right. We'll do this on the up and up. So you just pay him 500 gold, and then we'll be good.
500 GP?
That's what he wants.
Wow, can we just pull our... listen, I didn't make that deal. Can we just, pool our resources and
Well,
just give him what he
when
wants?
you want to
or-
take the high road, you got to pay the high road costs. I'm saying it's
Okay,
not.
but why do I have to be the only one paying for it? Is I guess all I'm asking. It's
I
just
don't
like,
know.
I'm just offering a suggestion.
view
Jam
like from
Jam
up there?
was just going to give him some of these.
It holds up blue vial again, which again, we have
That's
no
fine.
idea what it is. I'm cool with that.
Maybe I could figure out
Opening
what that
the
is.
crate, there are 12 vials.
Cool.
12
Nice.
vials. Okay. I remember saying the battery was low when I DM'd, as far as the cold storage for these things.
Yeah.
It was 20-something%. I'm curious.
Don't we have a
obviously, it
fridge?
took many, many years for it to drop any percent.
Yeah.
Down to that level. So it's probably still okay. But I'm just curious if it's down to 21. 20.
We have
Where's
been
it at?
opening it.
So you said it was
Multiple
at
times.
20%, and now it's at 21. It's somehow gained power.
It got colder.
Yeah. And I was gonna say to I might maybe see if I could do a nature check or something on these to determine what they might be composed of. So maybe I can help provide some insight. Again, be useful to the group to show my worth. Not
course.
just blowing
Jam
hot air
Jam
here.
Yeah.
Jam Jam would like to help by telling him what he knows they're not from his investigation earlier.
Which is pretty much most things. Yeah.
I'll jump up
Fantastic.
on the armor and just rub the ear of Percy
Guidance and help.
and just
You're all-
give him guidance.
I believe in you,
When it
buddy.
com-
You're worth a
When it
lot.
comes down to it, you guys really do like me.
Of course. We live with you. Kind of have to.
Oh wow, that sucks. Well, I rolled a d4, I guess. But when both dice have a single digit, or when both dice have a single digit number, right? Like it's just, I mean, I'm still picking the better of the two because one is half of the other.
Keep trying to prove yourself, bud. Never stop.
Okay. So I think I said, was it nature or like what kind of check should we be making for this, or should I be making for this, Dave? I'll let you tell me. I
Okay.
guess.
You're trying to identify
Maybe our
the contents of
Unknown liquid.
vials of blue goo out of a crate. I would say, well, do you think Arcana is it? Do you think nature is it? Tell me
I would
which
be
one you
thinking.
think
I would be
is.
looking for magical properties, honestly,
Yeah.
because that's what's going to assign value to these. So I would want to use Arcana.
Then that would be what you use. Yeah, I think that's correct.
So then a 9 plus 5 makes that a 14.
Hey,
14. It's interesting. The deeper you look into these vials, the more reminiscent it is of the little bit of time you spent in that deep space, that stuff of the astral sea. It looks a lot like that.
I haven't spent any time in the astral. Well, I guess I have a little bit on the original,
Yeah,
on
yes.
the Cosmos Concordia.
Yes.
So this is what it reminds me of: is like almost like bottled essence of astral sea.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. Like if you had to take a glimpse and see, it would be basically, bottled astral sea.
It's my favorite
Okay,
sentence.
there's a
Beth,
lot
that's
to
it.
unpack with that statement, and Percival does not have the time or the energy to unpack that right now, but I will relay that information to the group, like as far as it just seems to be made of something of similar magical composition to like whatever's like the astral sea is like made of.
Maybe
At least from my initial observation.
Maybe Jam Jam just gives him one.
Now you're thinking like a true champ.
Do we have a cooler?
We have a fridge.
I don't want to use glorps. That's not really a cooler anymore.
Not a room.
It's a
Yeah.
really big cooler for a very small vial.
I mean, technically,
he looks at Glorp, looks back at the vial, looks at Glorp, looks back at the vial.
Oh, I'm a cooler.
you said it.
I just
Oh,
reach out and grab the vial like in my hand because my hands.
out of the thing.
Yeah,
and then
right.
just-
Because it's already
okay.
open in front of me, right? At this
Right.
point, so.
Okay. Okay.
Well, actually, I shouldn't even say it because I'm pretty sure that one was being held up already, right, by Jam Jam.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, probably, or by me as I was inspecting it.
Somebody had one, so I take that one and just like
Okay.
close it in my cold hand.
If to you it feels tingly, like right in the core of you when you hold it.
It's made of space stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm just
Interesting.
waiting for Glorp to tell us why they just start moaning.
Ooh, it's making rumblies in my tumbly.
Oh no.
Jam Jam, did it make rumblies in your tummy?
Maybe let's just save that. Like, let's just not share that particular detail with who we're handing this off to.
I
didn't
told you
wanna
that we
drink
should
one.
have ate before we got out of here, okay?
Oh yeah, did we talk about? Wait, didn't we get pizza? We got pizza
did
on
get
the way.
pizza.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
did get pizza on the way.
We got
had to,
pizza and
drive
you're
through
still
pizza.
hungry?
Yeah. So, who has handled these vials? Is it
Jam
just
Jam, Percy, and
Because I've
Glorp.
inspected one. Jam Jam has.
Jam
After,
Jam.
and
after
Glorp.
Bruce's incident, he wants nothing
Okay.
to do with liquidy substances.
Yeah.
Just
Glorp.
thinking about drinking the one that they're holding right now. So.
Okay. Yeah.
We still gotta
so
take you to
Glorp
therapy for that.
Definitely felt something. If any of the artificers handled it, I would like, let's see, I would like
I
you
did.
to make a. Actually, we're gonna say a Constitution check.
Check, not saving throw. That's
Yeah, it's
good.
just a
We
You
check.
like
still have guidance.
Yeah.
that. We like those.
Don't do a dump stat.
It is a check, so I can use never.
I'm just on your head like, where's it?
Oh.
Tingling.
17.
Yeah, it's a subtle effect, but you feel almost a little more, like a little bit light in the joints, a little more creative, like just a little more zhuzhed
Oh.
when holding it.
Interesting.
Just a little.
Oh.
A potion of zhuzh? Is this bottle zhuzh?
We need to
In a
brand
way,
this.
yes.
Interesting.
What kind of lid is
Interesting.
on the bottle?
It is glass, and it is sealed on both sides with what look to be some sort of metal caps.
Interesting.
Like screw
So-
cap or pop top? Like, does it look like I could reseal it if I opened it?
It doesn't look like there's any mechanism that you
Almost
can
like
see that
the
opens
seals
it.
on the top and bottom of a glow stick, right?
Almost-
but like they're metal.
Almost
caps?
like, kind of like if it's a foot-long cylinder that's maybe about 2 inches in diameter, that the last inch and a half on either side is metal and the rest is glass. But otherwise, it's a pretty solid.
Oh, they're
looking
big
cylinder.
tubes. Okay.
Yeah, they're like 12-inch long by about 2-inch diameter.
Oh, like that movie. What did we call what's the canon hapless way for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? We had one.
The adolescent monster assassin reptiles, AMAR.
Oh yeah, just like in the one more time. Adolescent assassin,
No,
Adolescent monster assassin reptiles.
just like in the adolescent assassin monster reptiles.
Nope.
Adolescent monster
monster.
assassin reptiles.
AMAR.
2. Go adolescents, go adolescents, go. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be
Go reptiles.
Go
Assassins. No,
Go
the assassins.
assassins, but it had too
No,
many
it's reptile,
words.
it's
Yeah, too many
reptiles.
syllables.
Reptile.
Go turtle, go turtle,
Go
go
reptile,
turtle.
go.
Reptile jam.
Go reptile, go reptile, go.
I'm
I
sorry.
love that
Were you
movie.
about to say that assassin has more syllables than adolescent?
No.
I didn't want to blow past that.
Oh yeah, we blew right past it. It's fine. But that movie, yeah, it looks like that. Looks like those.
Except blue and sparkly, and our full magic user feels some stuff, and our mostly magic users
But like magic through
kind of feel
technology
some
users.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
We fighting drugs.
Okay. I don't know if they're drugs exactly, but I do feel. I don't know. It's very interesting. Okay, so maybe let's just find out what one of these are worth and see if it would cover the costs for your person. Maybe
All
go
right.
find someone who can appraise this that we can
Nice.
trust. Which I don't know anyone who can do that.
The gang finds a drug dealer.
I'm
No,
trying to like open the
no,
cat
no.
still.
We just need to get off the grid. We need to talk to Jam Jam's contact to get ours. I need a new tablet to control Ollie, but I can't. I need one that I can't connect to anything aside from that.
Jam Jam recommends talking to Tink. He probably knows what these are worth more than anyone around.
And you can trust this guy.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was just my bullshit allergy.
All right, set up a meeting. Let's do it.
Call the tank.
Right.
Jam Jam's not going to call anyone. He's going to go back to that bar where we met Tink last time.
Dragging a fucking chain.
No.
I was thinking the one.
The blaggin' flaggin' down
Yeah.
the street, the one
No,
that
just-
Percival suggested.
I could use
Just
a
the one
drink.
that I've got on me, right?
Hell yeah.
And anybody who wants to come with him.
Brew, I know that you haven't really been feeling too well, but you up for a trip to the bar?
I'm always up
get you
for a
some
trip
water.
to the bar, but I might
Love
just
that.
take it a little easy unless you're paying.
I got you.
Why is everyone asking me to pay for
No,
things?
I got him. After what we saw at the hospital, we're both gonna need to erase some memories here. I'm not driving. I'm responsible.
We can walk. We walked there last time. Jam Jam, please try not to swipe any drinks off of tables this time.
No
Wait.
promises.
Percy,
Can
Leave?
Can you help me?
Communication device. Yes, but only if we all agree right now. I want to see everyone's cell phones and other technology on the table right now. Anything that can connect to Galnet, I want that you have that is portable and on your person. I want to see it
I imagine
on the table right now.
Jam had one, but I don't have it in my inventory. So I'm just going whatever he had, if he had a phone or a tablet or whatever.
He doesn't have it on him.
Yeah.
I
Also,
imagine
same
that.
for Glorp.
I imagine that Lev would want to use the least, as the boomer of the group, would want to use the least.
We all have like a phone. Like, we all have
Right,
a phone.
but what
'cause
I'm saying
we have
is-
each other's emergency contact.
What I'm saying is, I would want mine to be
except for
the.
Brew.
I would want mine to be the least technologically advanced possible, so I don't have to deal with a bunch of things. So it would be very.
I love that it's.
As
I love that it's
basic-
you and Brew, who are
Flokia.
essentially our tech dinosaurs.
Yeah, not necessarily a luddite, but like on the cusp of it, you know.
Keep it simple.
We
With
got
you
the
guys, yeah.
Flokia too.
I also love the fact that
Right.
he is
go.
actively acting like kind of like a grandpa type character, where I am clearly just like the party animal. Like, so like we're
Yeah, you
two
are.
very different dynamics too, but
Yeah,
neither of us
you're-
have
you're
anything
just-
to do with
yeah.
technology.
You're just like Brew is the local Wook, and Lev is like the dad of the group. Yeah, I get it.
Didn't we establish?
Accurate.
Nope. That joke. Just gonna. Whoop, we're gonna throw it over
Let's
there.
just, yep, let's let that go. Let that go. Okay. So, I guess before we head to the bar, right? I'm just gonna make sure that we all leave our phones behind, except for I guess the potentially glorified sending stones we have in our possession. They're our two-way communicators, right?
Yeah.
That we already had before. I'm going to, if anything, I want to bring those with us to potentially ask Tink if these are as secure as he says.
Yep.
That's a good question to ask after we used them.
But I might let Jam Ask that question. You know,
We were using them specifically
I'm afraid of criminals.
so that more general groups couldn't. I don't know if it was the sophistication of the Seeker might be above what any of us are aware
Yeah,
of.
the limits of their sophistication
Right.
are still unknown to us as far as just like how they are able to track us. So I'm just like Percival has no idea, right? I as the player have no idea. I'm just trying to eliminate what pathways I can think of,
Right.
and that Percival I feel like would know just based on his exposure to technology. Because I do have a decent computer skill, so I feel like Percival would at least know the basics of, okay, we're being traced somehow through our technology because this guy seems to be a step ahead of us now, so we are leaving any of that stuff home.
Shroom will begrudgingly put his phone on the table, and then he will look completely normal, like nothing else is wrong.
Bitch. Okay. So Percival has one of the, like, secret communicators. Who does Jam
Jam
have
has
the
the
other
other.
now?
Yep, now.
I think you were the last one on the phone because Glorp was using it for a while.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
But I think it was handed back to Jam.
We took it from Lev.
Taking stock of our technological inventory before we move on. Let's go to the bar, I guess. And it's just not. I hope there's nothing that derails us from this.
Time
Okay.
to go to the bar. Uppies, please.
Okay.
Yep, I will perform the uppies for Chew. It's my
Nice.
turn.
So, just so I got everyone is going to the bar.
We are all going to the Blag and Flagon. Yes.
Everyone
Yes.
is going to the Blag and Flagon. You have all actually left your communication devices behind in good faith.
My communication devices, yes.
See, I hate how
What?
evasive
What are you talking about?
Seb is being when you are asking this question, but
It doesn't matter. It's just painting a target on your back, really.
to our knowledge, yes. No one has said anything to the contrary. It has been implied, but no one has said anything to the contrary. The only technological devices we've taken with us are our glorified sending stones, so to speak. that
Wonderful.
we were given.
Okay.
Our untraceable.
And a
ones.
tube of what might be space.
And yes,
Lev feels a relief to be separated from that, honestly. So it's like even that is a
Hey, it's a night out without our phones. Yeah.
thank goodness.
okay. Who is carrying this vial? How are you carrying it?
Glorp
has it.
is carrying it wrapped in Glorp.
Yes,
to keep
Glorp
it
is our
cold.
portable cold storage.
So, wait, is it going to be visible through you?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Well, I mean, what color? What shade of blue is it?
That's a very good question.
I mean, the metal is not a shade of blue.
Yeah, so it's just
No,
gonna
the metal
look
is
like
metal.
Yeah, so it looks like I have these two very cool built-in, slightly strangely placed bracelets in one arm.
Nice.
Fair enough. I will. You know what?
We're gonna try to camouflage it with Glorp.
Okay, good. We're going to try to camouflage it with Glorp. Wonderful.
Love this plan.
Glorp,
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Glorp, I would like you to make me a sleight of hand check at advantage.
Oh yeah, definitely going with the first option there. 21.
21.
Hey.
Yeah, fabulous. So yes, the color seems to blend in pretty seamlessly with you. And in fact, you'll notice your color was already pretty close to it and seems to be shifting to the color of that now. So it wasn't a big shift. It's just maybe you've got a little more purple in your hue right now. You're just a little bit sparklier. The coincidence is you feel a little sparklier too. Like,
Interesting.
that tingle is still there.
Is the tingle localized to like where it's stored in them, or
No,
is
in
it kind
fact,
of-
it's incredibly delocalized. Kind of like you're in a room where you can't tell where the sound is coming from. You can't feel where the tingle is coming from because it's basically all of you.
Interesting.
Is it uncomfortable?
That would be up to the person feeling it.
I guess that is up to Glorp.
No.
Glorp's loving it.
That's good.
Like if
It's
I have
like
to
I
send
have
the
a
message
bone.
from your lizard brain, it would be a good feeling. However you interpret it as your conscious brain is entirely up to you. All right, so it seems to be pretty well camouflaged in there, and you've left your devices behind.
Making
the
our
black and
way
flagging
to
you
the
go.
black and flagging. Black and flagging.
Excited.
Yeah, I guess we'll just, okay, first of all, let's figure out time of day, quote unquote, and how busy is it?
That is a good question. You know what? These are questions to ask the fates, because none of you have asked these questions, therefore I will ask them of the
No,
universe.
the DM beseeches the fates.
Yeah. So let's see. 20 standard hours or so in a day. Maps pretty nicely to a device. Yeah, it's nice and late. I got an 18, so about,
10 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
9, 10 at night, starting to get, artificially dark out.
The best time.
Yeah. Now,
Freaks come out at night. What?
I haven't established what day it is. And see,
We've never established the day of the week.
Oh
we
no.
haven't. I feel
Oh,
like
shit.
we should know what day of the week it is, in case, there are, brunch specials or something.
I was gonna say pizza special.
Brunch at
10
10?
p.m.
Let's go. I love the black and flagging.
Afternoon is afternoon all day.
It is Tuesday.
They serve pancakes at 10
Tuesday.
p.m.
Okay, but hey, Taco Tuesday, maybe.
I personally love going out on Tuesdays. It's my favorite day.
Yeah.
No people.
So it's late on a Tuesday, which I think is the perfect time
Turn
to go
up
to the
on a
seedy local bar.
Tuesday.
On the raft,
Yeah.
where time is almost meaningless.
The music coming off of the jukebox or jukebox equivalent is absolutely horrid. It sounds like some
Be nice to
horrific.
the editor. Be nice to the editor.
Don't be nice to the editor.
Yeah, no, I'm not even going to try to describe something that you would actually try to put in. It's just these discordant, conflicting sounds, like someone's trying.
Alien music.
Yeah,
Jazz.
yeah, it's jazz, but weird.
Glorp is absolutely fucking grooving to it.
So is Brew.
There's like no discernible time signature or rhythm to it at all, but yet Glorp has somehow figured out how to bob their head Like
Every
Yes.
extremity is flailing at a different BPM.
I feel
the
like
wobble helps.
my two left feet
Yeah.
are exactly right for this music.
The very large assemblage of mimes who have taken over the back, like, quarter of the place are really
Oh, no.
grooving to it.
it's mime music.
Oh,
It's music for
no.
mimes.
Yes, it's mime music.
Mimelos.
Oh no. Them.
Miami forever.
Oh my goodness.
Is this what an air instrument band sounds like?
No.
Don't ruin your instrumentalists.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm not enjoying any part of this.
Oh, it is sound, but you could almost say it was almost even more meant to be felt than heard.
Okay, I like this.
I'm gonna put in my headphones.
Yeah.
You guys want to order a drink?
Is it busy in here? Is Shoom's
Yeah.
shouting justified for the
Yeah.
din in the place? Okay.
It's-
I really
Yeah, it's
wanted it
weird
to
that
not
he's
be.
shouting.
I wanted him to be shouting
It's like
over
just
nothing.
dead in here.
No, there's a stir. I mean, obviously, the section with the mimes is not quite as audibly raucous.
Yeah, and I think I remember saying that this bar actually spans 2 floors as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say, yes, it does span 2 floors. There's a whole kind of balcony second floor section. Like it looks down on a full first floor, but it takes up about half of the second.
Hey, so Jam, I'm not sure exactly how this works. Like, do we just like get a table like near the guy? Like, we don't want to go just like sit down like all of us together with the guy, right? Like, we're not trying to call attention to ourselves. Like, how does this whole CD thing work? I've never really done this before. It's kind of exciting now.
Like he's just kind of he's got a little bit of like a bounce to him.
Can
like
you stop
he's
bouncing,
starting to get
please?
into it. Yeah, oh, yeah, I forgot.
Jam will say, just get a booth, and the warm pretzels are fantastic. And Jam will wave to the bartender.
Oh, is that like a code word? Do I have to like say like walk up to the table and like say that like the warm pretzels are fantastic, and he like lets us in?
No, I'm pretty sure he's talking about the pretzels.
They're fantastic.
I guess I'll go find us a booth then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump onto the bar while Jam's waving over the bartender.
All right,
And now I'm gonna go find a booth.
sounds good.
When I look around, is Tink here yet?
Is Tink here yet? What level are you on? The first level still?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Tink is not visible on the first level.
Jam will order a round of drinks for the table and a bunch of pretzels. Also
Soft
for the
warm
table.
ones.
Yes,
Nice.
with cheese and mustard too, if anybody likes that.
Damn, now I want soft pretzels.
Can you make one without salt on it, please? Thanks.
Just brush the salt off.
You always say that, but then I leave like streaks on it and it can taste weird.
Once he's ordered, Jam will immediately start walking through their entirety, looking to see if he can just spot Tink and any of the levels. Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows he hangs out throughout the entire bar. He's not going to tell anybody that he's doing what he's looking for. I mean, I'm sure some of them don't even know who he's looking for.
Okay. Yeah. I would say after. It doesn't take you long, but maybe about 10 minutes of looking. You do spot Tink sitting in a corner table up on the second floor,
Okay.
as far away from the mimes as possible.
Makes sense.
Jam will use his merging once he's within 30 feet and telepathically to only Tink say, Tink, it's Jam Jam, and kind of alert him to Jam Jam being in the building.
Okay. Now you've got history with Tink. Is this something you've done with him before?
Yep, it was a skill I started. It's a skill I've had forever.
Okay.
And he's aware of it.
Okay. As I don't recall, what kind of voice did Tink have?
He's a gnome.
Gnome.
No.
I use my sort of default gnome voice for him, so you get.
He was a dick.
Okay. Jam, I never get used to that.
Apologies, friend. Jam Jam is back from that mission. Jam Jam thinks he might have something you'd like.
Oh. Scale of 1 to 10, how much do you think I'd like it?
Jam Jam's not sure 100% what it is, but it's very cool.
That's your sales pitch.
Good job.
I mean, we can't hear this conversation, right? No one can hear this conversation, so this is.
I'm just swinging up. To
And at the moment, it is literally very cool. Like, it's frosty.
It is,
So
it's pretty frosty.
it's a little tough for me to tell you. How you propose to show me this?
We were hoping maybe for an evaluation of it with you, and also maybe more. We could use some things.
What do you mean, use something? Are you trying to call in a second favor before you ask paid off the first one?
Not necessarily. We were paid.
Well then, okay. You're trying to pay me. Well, that's a little different.
Would you be able to set something up?
What are you thinking? Something a little more clandestine, I suppose, huh? Maybe not right in the middle of the bar here, in front of everybody?
Exactly, Fred.
Jam Jam's always been a smart guy, hasn't he?
My friends and Jam Jam need to go off the grid, if you could help.
Well, let's do one thing before the other. I'm not going to be spotted going to your place, and I'm certainly not going to tell you where mine is. You know, it's what you don't know, you can't reveal, right? But I got a little place, right? Little safe room. Should be relatively safe, right? You know where Our Lady of Wonders is, right? You're all in tight with those folks.
Yes.
Oh, I'm tight. Yep.
You're not listening to our mental
Goddamn
conversation.
Right.
Brew's like having another conversation with someone at the bar.
My shoulder is so tight. I can't
Need me to rub it for you?
I can't get the. Oh, that would be.
Pulls
swell.
the oil out of his fucking.
Yes.
All
Just
right.
use your hair
A
grease.
little kink moment going on in the corner while you guys are.
All right. So we there's a little bit of that going on at the bar. It's starting to draw a few eyes.
Oh, it's drawing a lot more than just eyes.
They can watch. It's fine.
Now, are all of you in the same general area together?
No.
I went to find the booth.
And pretzels are supposed to be going to that booth.
And I think
so
all
the
of the
pretzels are
drinks.
going to the booth. The two of them are at the bar. Glorp, where are you?
Glorp got their drink, which is a blue drink that's approximately like a blue blended frozen drink, the same color as Glorp, and like a hurricane glass with a crazy curly straw, and is like, again, still jamming out, right? Just full on like crazy arms in the air, dancing in the middle of the mimes with a bunch of mimes.
Okay, so arms in the air. One of these arms being the violet.
It's the one holding the drink,
The one holding the drink.
like up straight in the air.
Fantastic.
You've made Dave very excited.
Oh
And
no.
us very concerned.
What's this knot, man? You've been really, really worried.
I was just waiting for her to use the tube as a like glow stick or something.
Yeah, I thought it'd be cool too. I'm sorry.
Go to those raves you like.
All right.
When Dave needs time to think about what he's
Yeah,
about to
I'm a
do,
little
something's
concerned.
about to happen.
Because it's getting close to the end.
Ooh, right there. Oh, that's the spot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I put my whole feet into it.
You're just like with your feet,
June's,
right?
like,
You're now
jumping
using your
on you,
feet
yeah.
to just like.
Holding on to the top of the bar, just
Oh,
like cranking it.
oh yeah.
What? As I say, what feet? They're all hands.
They're all hands, baby. That's what they used to call me.
All hands?
Choom, all hands to loom, you know?
I wanna zip back to the mental conversation with Jam Jam and Tink here. So what can you tell me about this thing? You know, since we're apparently alone here in this brain thing you got going on. This is something I can't be listened in on, right?
Nope. It is a blue vial of what appears to be space.
Why did you go to space?
Space.
No, Tink is noticeably quiet for a minute. Wait, run that one by me again?
So far, all Jam Jam knows is that it's blue, it's cold, and it appears to be space-time.
Wait. No.
Whoa! Now you're overselling it.
You jumped.
What was
No,
it?
no.
What was it called? Astral Sea. Astral Sea.
Astral Sea.
Astral essence.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So when you say space, you talking about it looks like the deep space, like the swirly blue, sparkly in a vial.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna need you guys. You need to be very careful and very quiet. I need you to act like there's absolutely nothing suspicious going on. And I need you to find whatever it is that you think is the one you're closest to and say the most desperate of prayers that you were not stupid enough to bring that out in public.
Cut to the dance floor and Glorp has cast fairy fire and is dancing and everybody is like rotating between blue, green, and violet lights that's within a 20-foot cube
Fantastic. Okay, great. Glorp, you're dancing, right?
of me with all the mimes.
Great. Give me a quick little performance check here.
It's a mime vibe.
It's a vibe, all right. I wish they were on time vibe.
Also, Dave, when you said quiet before, you went quiet, like it made me think of Elmer Fudd the way you said it. And I just wanted to be like, we're on Webbits.
Also, Tink is getting a tad bit marchy.
16.
I only have two voices, guys.
It's okay. I'm just letting you know. It's making me
16.
nostalgic.
Wonderful. Okay. All right, back to the bar. So, Choom, you're working the deep muscle groups on
Yeah.
on,
And I really have to get in there. So
on
it's like,
Bruce's shoulder there a little bit. All right.
Gods! So much meat! You work out or something?
just loud as hell. With headphones
I
and
keep a
stuff.
tone, yeah.
Sweating.
Lift heavy things every once in a while.
Fully sweating.
Lev, what are you up to?
I was at the bar, knowing that Choom wouldn't have the ability or the confidence to order his own unsalted pretzel, and I've had to order, specialty orders for the kids before, so I'm just like, yes, one pretzel without salt, yes, correct. No, don't just rub it off. He doesn't like that.
Oh, God, yeah!
He's like
Tell
brushing
me
off
about
his
it,
salt.
yeah.
Just in the background.
They're pre-bought.
Okay, great. We're gonna cut back to the mental conversation. Okay. So I'm getting a little excited here. Do the words stabilized phlogiston mean anything to you?
No.
Okay, so we're gonna have us a little a little science history lesson sometime in the intermediate future, but please.
Tink, Jam hates to stop you there. Maybe we could schedule our meeting and then go over what it is? As he's remembering that it's in Glorp and he doesn't see Glorp.
Okay. So, yeah. So you didn't bring that here into this place, right?
About scheduling that time
Right.
and place.
Jam. Jam. You're being evasive with me, Jam.
It is here.
Great. I want to cut back to the dance floor.
Well, first of all,
no.
Percival is like alone in a booth, like waiting for his friends.
Just surrounded by pretzels.
Yeah, all the pretzels.
All the pretzels are here, and he's just like trying to express restraint. Because,
Yeah.
Because you could literally put most of that in your mouth at this point.
I could probably just literally open my mouth and pour all of the pretzels into it.
What a hungry hippo that is.
And if shit goes down and no one else is here to eat them, I'm gonna do that before we start fighting.
Listen. If nobody's around and a hippo eats a bunch of pretzels, are they actually eaten?
In fact, can I hold an
for.
action? Can I prepare a reaction here?
100%, yes.
If any fighting starts, Percival is going to collect all of the pretzels that are on the table in front of him. He is going to down all of them and then pull out a shotgun. That's it. That's just what's going to happen should things go down.
Wonderful. Glorp, can you make me a perception check?
I can.
The listeners at home, Nicole is dancing in her seat.
Yeah, my arms are like flailing. If this thing is not supposed to be shaken, like if this is like a can of soda situation, then oh boy.
It's carbonated space.
Carbonated space.
Oh, good. So I rolled a 6, but perception is wisdom, right? So -2, 4.
Wonderful.
No awareness
You
of what's
don't
going
really
inside
notice. You don't notice how the pretty lights. Or actually, no, you do, and you're very focused on how the pretty lights are going through that arm and projecting all over the room.
Would we notice
looks
it at this
awesome. Everybody else, I would like. Does anybody have a passive perception above 14?
No.
14 or above.
Definitely not.
I got a 12.
No.
We are the most
Okay.
unaware group of travelers ever.
It's kind of our thing.
All right.
Just a giant light show in the back. I'm just really working this
Yeah.
lat.
Yeah, back to the bar here. So yeah, the light show is starting to get really wild. It's looking a little spacey in here.
Literally.
Yeah, like the music has even kind of chilled a little bit. It's almost like the entire vibe in the room is a little bit different.
Is the music good?
Yeah, I don't.
The music's kind of awesome. The beat's gotten regular though.
Take my headphones out.
All right, I can get with this. This is so much better. Why didn't they lead with this?
Yeah. So, actually, Brew, since you're not actively doing anything, the doings are being done to you. You've got a
The
little
doings
more,
are being
right.
done to me. That is
Yeah.
Goddamn
yes.
right.
You've got a little more bandwidth right now. I'd like you to make a perception check.
You can get this.
Cast guidance. Roll an additional 1d4. I'm already
Yes.
rubbing your shoulders.
Touch range.
Yeah,
I am
abs-
already.
Oh yeah, you are.
absolutely.
Like, you
It's
got
probably
this.
not going to help, but we'll see how it goes.
You know what? I was just thinking the
Oh.
other day, Brew, how perceptive you are. You're a very perceptive guy.
Okay, so I initially rolled a 5, added 2 from my wisdom modifier. That's a 7. Add 4 with guidance. I'm now at an 11.
Let's
Okay.
go! It's above a 10. I'll take it.
I know. That's why I was like, well, at least I'm above a 10. That's exciting.
I'll take it. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Mm-hmm.
Give your friends back massages.
The mimes aren't as clustered in the back now and are sort of spread out all over the dance floor now.
Are they getting ready for a line dance? Well, I could
look.
do a real good line dance.
God, I hope not. I'm terrified of those things. So many boots.
Ah, Choom, don't stop.
Oh, sorry.
Jim's busy.
Do I still have a group of mimes dancing with me?
Actually, yes.
Perfect.
In fact, there are a lot more mimes around you than there were before.
Are we about to
Wonderful.
fight mimes?
I'm just
There are
continuing
no
to dance then.
there are no non-mimes within 10 feet. of you.
non-mimes.
Well, that was the case in the first place, I assumed from the get-go.
When the DM
Yeah.
uses the term non-mimes, that means there's more mimes than not mimes.
This is terrifying.
Within 10 feet of Glorp, it is exclusively mine.
And I don't know if your characters remember, but I remember that Father Hayes was shooting mimes when we first met him.
It was awesome.
Non-lethal ammunition.
Yeah,
yes.
but Glorp has a mime in their class. Glorp is mime positive and wanted to dance with the mimes.
It's not the mime that makes the criminal. It's the criminal that happens to be a mime.
Okay.
Glorp, you are bumped from behind and temporarily knocked off balance. You didn't see what did it, but I would like you to make an acrobatics check to see if you stay on your feet.
Or what serves for your feet? What part of
Yeah.
you?
Stay
Yeah.
vertical.
Right now I have feet-ish. 15.
Ooh, a bit of a sway, but managed to recover. The whole room goes into a bright glow as that arm kind of wings around a little bit, and the light catches it just right.
Around the globe.
At this point,
around
because
the globe.
Tink is taking forever to just make the appointment and tell him where to go, and Jam Jam has about 30 feet of telekinesis with him.
Yeah.
Jam Jam's going to step back down one of the stair sets and see if he can see what's going on with the group.
Great. Jam Jam, make me the perception check right now.
Get above an 11.
Please.
Oh, not much better.
Not a perceptive
Please,
group.
Ranger, please.
Oh, I just got an 11. Yeah.
Did we all take wisdom
No
as our
bueno.
like secondary dumb stat?
No, I have +2, but yeah.
I also have +2, yeah.
Wow.
Bad,
No one
bad
has
roll.
perception is not my-
No one has
yeah.
proficiency in perception. That sucks.
No, I gave that up for
That is bad
investigation.
for us.
There we go. We're just going to cut the action back to Glorp real quick. Everybody notices as the music comes to a very sudden stop.
Yeah, like
Glorp,
a record
you
scratch
feel-
stop.
You feel 2 taps on the back of what would be your shoulder.
I turn around. Still kind of bopping, but my arms have stopped flailing. Arm is still
What
up in the air, though.
Yep. What looks like a very burly mime is behind you, holding one of those little signs like Wile E. Coyote would,
Mm-hmm.
and written on it, "The vial, please." And that's where we're going to end this episode of the Hapless Heroes podcast.
At least they said please or wrote please. Very polite.
So if you like these shenanigans, if you like this brand of ham-handed storytelling, we can be found on the internet. Our influence grows in a very arboreal pattern. Now, if you go to the Tree of Links, the linkter.ee/haplessheroes, it'll show you the way that it does by showing you all of our links to our various places, our social medias, where we could be found. For example, our Patreon, but we'll get to that in a little bit. We'll pin in that one. But the one you really want, the one everybody really wants, the link to our Discord. The Hapless Heroes Discord, a community that we would love you to join. You can meet and greet and chat with us on a daily basis, but really, our community, who, they're nerds, like presumably you. Maybe your people are here. We're discussing the podcast, but we're discussing all those other kind of really cool things too, and we'd love it if you join us. Now, if you really love us, you could, leave us a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice. Obviously, by now, if you're listening this deep into this podcast, you know where to get your podcasts. Like, by now, this was no accident. So, go back to that. Leave us a review. And if we find it, we're going to read it on air so we can recognize you as the 5-star person that you are. Now, let's say your podcast service doesn't have a way to leave a review like that. We've got a channel in our Discord. It's 5 stars. You could leave your review in there and we will do exactly the same thing. Now, maybe your love for us goes beyond that. Maybe you really, really love us. Go back to that tree of links. Go to our link to our Patreon, patreon.com/haplessheroes. You'll see the various tiers of support, and some of those open up a whole new world, as it were. If Aladdin were singing to you, perhaps.
Great movie.
Including like our extra special chats where we, post with our pinkies in the air, but also our outtakes and bloopers. Those things that you might really want. All
We
those
made a
things
lot
that
of
you do,
them
they support us in continuing to produce the ad-free content that you guys love.
Yeah, and I will say I'm currently working on a supercut of the amount of times Dave has mispronounced Lev's name as he's introducing him. And
A supercut of it all happening the same night, by the way.
I have not. Yeah, but I have not decided to. I've decided to not release it yet in case there's more as your DM
I'm sure there will be.
continues. So I'm saving that until we've reached peak.
Until he gets it right 3 times in a row.
I see. This is what we're doing today.
Love you, buddy.
Love you too, brother. All right, so I got nothing else I could do. I got to outro our cast. I got to get us out of here. So we're gonna go from back outwards from the way we came in with Shoom Daloom, played by Seb.
Surround the globe, surround the globe. It's really catchy, guys. I think I liked it.
To his left, we have Glorp Glub Glub, played by Nicole.
I'm Glorp da-ba-dee da-ba-da.
To her left, we have Brunner Brew Blitzbore, played by Mike.
Oh, get it. Oh, you're right there. Right there.
To his left, we have Lev Zangief, played by Lou.
Yes, if you could also give me one of your little jelly packets. He likes it with jelly too. Yeah, give him the jelly packet. Thank you.
To his left, we have Jam Jam, played by John.
Until next time.
And to his left, we have Percival Flodhest, played by Francesco.
Stares intensely between pretzels and mimes.
Brand new sentence. And my name is Dave, and I've been your host and Dungeon Master. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next week as we see how things pop off. Bye-bye now.
Oh, right there.
Bye.